Welcome back, programmers. I'm a strong believer in the practical aspect of learning. Myself, I like learning something when I'm practicing it. So if you have the same belief like me, I hope you have your laptop or your mobile phone, whatever the gadget you are using, device you are using for programming, and you have the right IDE for this tutorial. Myself, today I'm using Codeblox. It's the best. I like it. It's not the best. There are another application out there like Eclipse and other and Studio. What's the name? Visual Studio Code. They are good, but for this tutorial I'm going to use Codeblox. It's good. It's nice. I think it's portable. It's lightweight. Most of these you hear them from their website, so I'm not going to talk about Codeblox. Today I'm going to show you how to create the area of a triangle. I know you have been worried that how do you create the area of a triangle, and I'm not going to bother you with so many notes about how to move from how to use variables or that. I expect that you know how to, and if you don't know, I know you're going to know how to use the variables, how to declare variables, and when we practice, that's the best way you can learn, right? So let's start. The first thing we're going to do is in Codeblox, you go to this new document here, create a new document here, you click on it and create an empty file. The next thing, we right click here, look where my mouse is, my cursor is, right click and save. Today we're going to save it as area.c. I know it will go .c. You can save it as another. Let me use area1 so that I don't have to overwrite the other file. Okay. The advantage of saving a file before with the right extension before starting coding is because the IDE will help you with the suggestions. That's the best way. For instance, if I start for the first thing we are going to do today is use the hashing code, which is the first thing every C program should start with. Okay, let's start. Hashing code. If you remember, we use stdio.h. This for what? If you remember, what's the use? This is for the output, the printfs and the scanfs. Okay. Now let's go into the main folder, into the main function, into main. In the last video, said that in the main function is where the program starts executing, right? And you have two braces. I hope you're going with me. You're writing this code in your computer or in your phone. Oh, there's something else I forgot. For the phone, Android users, the best IDE I used to use back in the day, and I still use when I don't have access to my computer, I use Mobile C. It's the best application ever. And there is also CPP Droid. I hope you use it. Maybe I should provide the links in the description on where to download these applications. I'll use it in the main. I'll include it, so you can check the main in the description of this video as you subscribe. Right? Okay. Let's go dive in it. The area of a triangle, we first declare variables. Let me use comments here. This is a singular comment. Declare variables. The variables for C, for the calculating the area of a circle, we know the area is pi r squared. I was good at math, so the area is pi r squared. So pi is 22/7, or can be 3.142, can be okay, yeah. And the radius we don't know because the area can be anything, but we know the pi is fixed, is constant, right? So let's declare our radius. The data type for radius can be an integer, which is an int, or it can be a double, it can be a decimal, which is a double. So let's use double. So you can use double, which is the data type, radius. That's the variable name. We can use anything. You can use you can use anything, but I'm using the radius so that I can remember these variable names. I can know why I use what this variable name does, because I know this for the radius. I will know it's for the circle, right? Let's initialize it. Let's give it some value, 7. In the next video, I'll show you how to get some inputs from the user instead of initializing this like this, right? I will show you how to use the scanf. Okay, let's go. The variable we are going to use is the variable that you are going to store the area after the computer calculates it. I hope you have done that. You have already written the double radius variable. So now let's go to double. What's double? Area. The area is not initialized. Why? This is because the computer is going to calculate these values, right? Okay, I'll not try that now. Now, what is left is for us to calculate the area. To use the formula of calculating the area of a circle and show the computer what the steps is going to follow, right? So let's say area is equals to pi, which is 22/7, right? Yeah, I like using bracket to separate numbers with the fractions. It's 22/7 out of the bracket, multiplying by radius, which radius is the same. Make sure you use the same variable here as here, okay? Times radius. I know you're a very bright programmer. Yeah, every programmer know how to find mistakes and fix them. That's called debugging. Okay, yeah. Now our program is perfect. It's perfect. What is left is for the computer to print the results for us. The computer can find the area of this thing, but you need to find the result to see the results. That's why you use printf, right? Now you know how to use printf. Why you use printf? Now you can use any statement here. I can say the area of circle is, well, the area of circle is, then I can use semicolon. It's not a must. I can just leave like this, then a space, then percentage f. Percentage f shows that tells the computer that it is printing a double variable. If I was using I knew the computer will print an integer, I would use percentage d. If it was printing a string, I use s. If it was printing a character, I think I'll use c. But for now it is printing f, a double. So f, then out of the semicolon out there, we enter the variable name area, right? Okay, and don't forget to use semicolon. What's going on? Our computer can just see it, and to see if our results are right, we click on this build and run. First let's build our application. You can see our build is successful. There are no errors. Now we can run. Running our application, you see the area of this triangle is this percentage f. You see the area is 147. That's great. You have created your first application, first area. That's great. Now, because I know you're a very bright programmer, you know how to create the area of a triangle, of a circle. Now let's create the area of a triangle. Okay, together let's create some space here and declare some variables for the area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, just like we did with the circle, the first thing we're going to do is to declare the variables for the area of a triangle. Now the best way to create that, how you know the variables to use, is to find to know the formula you are going to use. Myself, for this area, I'm going to use R base times height. Okay, I have base times height. Now from this from that formula, you are here to use base and height. Okay, let's declare them. Let's use double radius, double base. Let's give it some value. It's 4, and there is double height. Let's give it some value like 8. Okay, this number. Now, where are we going to store this this area of triangle? Let's store it in a double variable called area of triangle. Okay, that's nice. Now let's print our results. The first, we'll print the area of a circle. Now let's print the area of a circle, of the triangle. This one will be the circle, this one will be the triangle. The area of triangle. Let's change the name here. The triangle is, you see here, this is percentage F. Okay, let me show you something else. Instead of me using percentage F, because we know this is a, let's use this as the integers. If you use an integer, this one will be an integer, it will not be converted to double. This one will be an integer, and this one will be, let it be an integer, int. Okay, I'm going to, the method, the reason why I've done that is to show you the different ways of printing these variable types, data types of different okay, variables of different data types. So this one is area of triangle. Yeah, make sure that this variable name is the same as this variable name. The best thing to make sure so that you don't make a mistake is to copy it from there and paste here. Okay, now let's run our application. There's something I have to talk about, but let's first run our application. You see, our application is running. The area of circle is 147, just like we saw in the last video. And this one, the area of triangle is 0. Do you know why? It's because of if you multiply this value. Oh my, we did not calculate the area. Why didn't you remind me? We did not show the formula of calculating the area of a triangle, so the computer just gave us a 0 value, which is only the computer, just random value. So let's create the program, the function. I hope you noticed that I didn't give the formula. So area is equals to half, which is 0.5 times in base times height. Sorry about that. Now our program should run and give us some value. That's it. The area of triangle is 16. If you have noticed that this method of printing the result is very bad, it's even that you don't like it, it's not user friendly, because the area of a circle is this one and it's connected to this one. We need these values to be printed on a different line, right? So that this one can be the area of triangle is 147, then a new line, the area of triangle is that. Okay, this is why I'm showing I'm going to show you how to create a new line in C. You see, after this line here, you can use there, you can use a \n. That's how you create a new line. Even here, or sorry, here, You can use back